No other camp has taken a brother's personal information and business, his business. I'm not talking about the agent Yakanan, the agent Yakanan, the agent Yakanan, who actually showed Nathaniel's address when he was working as an agent of Satan. No other brother has shown Nathaniel's address. They've blurted out in GMS. I've seen brothers say, I'm not going to show his address. But the only one that did do it was Yakanan. And now he's yoked with IUIC. Yakanan works for IUIC. Yakanan works for IUIC. Yakanan works for IUIC. Yakanan works for IUIC. This isn't some game. I do want to say this, by the way. Do you see how he's only doing exposed videos and saying we're going to come for you, we're going to come for your we're going to show who you are? That's so, this is a clever Jesuit tactic. That is so. IUIC, who really is CIA? 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 Through YouTube and Google can lock down YouTube because they can say, oh, there's too much cyberbullying going on. There's too much of, people's personal information being shared. That's why they're doing these exposed videos. Not like this video where I'm exposing the actual agency that's doing it. While I'm trying to help, I'm praying, laugh, scoff. Anyone that comes on here and scoffs is working for the government. Anyone that comes on here and scoffs is working for the government. Anyone that comes on here and scoffs is working for the government.
I said openly, if any of you out here I see on the list being wanted, your ass going to jail.
I was going to go into police department. They told me the same thing. Hey, you can't be a police officer. You can't this. You can't go into police department. They told me the same thing. Hey, you can't be a police officer. You can't this. You can't that.
So we're for it. We're for stopping prison. We're for cops in the hood. We're all.
For the FBI, did you get an indoctrination or did you just start cold?
No, I got an indoctrination. It started off with camera surveillance, camera surveillance, electronic techniques of surveillance, shadowing, the obtaining of let's say letters, empty envelopes, instructions on how to go to somebody's garbage containers and pick out useful items. You'd be surprised at the things that they take out of a garbage can, by the way. I mean, anywhere from the leftover food from breakfast, just to know what this guy used for breakfast, When they become interested in a person or a group of people, they try to find out as much as they possibly can, psychologically and academically and social-wise. Who do they run with? Do they go to certain nightclubs? Does this one have a sex hang-up? Is the man impudent? Anything that can be used later on. When they become interested in a person or a group of people, they try to find out as much as they possibly can, psychologically and academically and social-wise. Who do they run with? Do they go to certain nightclubs? Does this one have a sex hang-up? Is the man impudent? Anything that can be used later on.
This is Dabu7 with some underground world news. The trolls, the shills. We've all seen them. We've all dealt with them. I've dealt with them heavily in my battles against some of the bigger name guys here on YouTube that were putting out bullshit. I had to fight them, and I have to stand up. I will stand my ground. When I think someone's wrong, I'll at least give my opinion. And, time and time again, I've come to find out who is being backed by money here on YouTube. Now, here's a great piece here by Jonathan Benson, Natural News, over on Mike's site. It's great piece. It exposes exactly what I've known to have been going on the whole time here. A former shill that was paid admits that he was chosen to come out and to go into these forums and to disrupt the comment section. He says they are real. They walk among you. Be aware. And they're being paid.
Sunstein's recommendations for the government to cognitively infiltrate conspiracy theory groups online with government propaganda was evidently put into place by the United States Defense Advanced Research Projects Agency, DARPA. In 2011, DARPA unveiled its Social Media and Strategic Communication program with a solicitation on fedbizops.gov for innovative research proposals and emerging technologies to improve its methods of detecting and conducting propaganda campaigns in social media. Through the program, DARPA seeks to develop tools to help identify misinformation or deception campaigns and counter them with truthful information, reducing adversaries' ability to manipulate events. They are basically asking for new technologies to carry out Cass Sunstein's call for cognitive infiltration of conspiracy groups. However, the concept of manipulating public opinion with online propaganda did not originate with Sunstein. It is a common propaganda tactic practiced by governments and corporations around the world. It has been reported that Israel pays college students to promote the Zionist agenda. China pays commenters to spin bad news to shape public opinion. Russia also has their army of trolls. Even Canada is involved.
So is it okay to have the government monitor social media conversations and then to wade in and correct some of those conversations?
In 2014, NSA whistleblower Edward Snowden leaked documents to journalist Glenn Greenwald. The leaks contained presentation slides from the United Kingdom's Government Communications Headquarters, which is the British equivalent of the NSA. The documents reveal that the government has been systematically attempting to control, infiltrate, manipulate, and warp online discourse through a previously secret unit known as the Joint Threat Research Intelligence Group, or JTRIG.
The document received from the Joint Threat Research Intelligence Group is, quote, "The Art of Deception, Training for Online Covert Operations." Oh boy, this ought to be good. They've got the memos internally from how they do it, and of course, the Five Eyes all participate in this intelligence gathering operations together. So if Britain does it, as they're doing it here, will they share the information and with the U.S. and the other Five Eyes? Yes. And if you don't know the Five Eyes, that's U.S., Britain, New Zealand, Australia, and Canada. It's what they call themselves. It's their intelligence groups working together. Hey, what can you do in Britain? What can you do in Australia and America? How can we violate each other's laws without having to do it ourselves and get our hands dirty? In this case, they do it with propaganda. And people have crazy conspiracy theories. They have a manual for how to do it. Using online techniques to make something happen in the real or cyber world. Information ops, influence or disruption, technical disruption, known in GCHQ as online covert action, the 4 Ds: deny, disrupt, degrade, deceive. Under the title Online Covert Action, the documents detail a variety of means to engage in influence and info ops, as well as disruption and computer net attack, while dissecting how human beings can be manipulated using leaders, trust, obedience, and compliance. In other words, they have a manual on how to get you to bow your head. And one of the keys to that is to get trusted leaders in the media to say, no, this is right, the government is right, now everybody comply. In this slide, you'll see highlighted conspiracy stories, plant some of those online, etc. Use, on the right-hand side, you see hindsight bias, confirmation bias, anchoring and priming targets to believe a certain thing, and then confirm their bias already, etc. They have all these psychological tactics to get you to believe things that aren't true. But my favorite is at the bottom there. Propaganda. Branding, marketing. They know they're doing propaganda. They have a manual that says do propaganda in the media. And one of the things they do is they get thought leaders in the media to totally agree with the government, use compliance, obedience, and social networks. This is Propaganda 101 manual. We've literally got it now. Now we know exactly what the government's up to. So when you see this online, know that that's exactly where it comes from. It's scary stuff, man, that this is what our government is now doing. The British government and all the Five Eyes that cooperate with them. Big Brother is here, and he's got some unbelievable propaganda headed in your direction.